Howdy y'all, I found another e-reader, but this one's actually mine. Or rather, I bought it at an estate sale a little bit back. I haven't actually seen these Sony ones before, but apparently they're supposed to be pretty good. And the screen size on it's pretty small. It has a 5-inch screen, which is about 127.1 millimeters. It's almost the same size as my daily driver, a Galaxy Note 10 Plus, but I gotta fix it up a little bit. The battery in it's dead, and also it comes with a stylus, and the stylus is broken inside, so I'm gonna have to get in there anyway. And I mean, I do love a good stylus. So I bought a replacement battery, gonna swap that, and let's also get that guy out of there. Oh, where did I put my screwdriver? Screwdriver, dogo desu ka? Well, I'm sure I'll find it later. All right, backup screwdriver. Well, the stylus is still here. It's just the top part broke off. Can I just pop you out like this? Ooh, I can. I wonder how similar this is to like a DS stylus. About the same height. Ends feel about the same. I'd probably work with both. I could probably 3D print something and just glue it on there. I'll put you to the side for now though. I want to be using plastic tweezers for this. One time I tried removing a little connector like this on a Joy-Con with metal tweezers, and let's just say I broke the Joy-Con after seeing a spark. Seems like there's some adhesive in here. 3.3 watt hours, 3.3 watt hours, 900 milliamps. Well, that wire's a lot longer than the previous one. Ooh, yes, it's coming on. Perfect. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, reader in sleep mode, slide and release the power switch to wake up. So it says continue reading. The last read thing was in 2010, and it was the user guide for this. Kind of makes me think that this thing wasn't used all that much. What books do we have? Ooh, the touchscreen's pretty nice. All right, how to get ebooks. Well, that was back in 2014. Pride and Prejudice. Oh no, am I gonna have to use the proprietary software to get things on this? Sony Reader Library Software, Library Reader, will allow you to shop and manage ebooks and other content purchased from the Sony store. Well, I hope I don't have to use that because, oh man, I do not like using proprietary software. Oh, interesting though, is the software itself already on here and you can install it from this? Set up a reader library for Windows. Huh, interesting. The quality of how this looks is pretty nice. Ooh, notes, what do we have here? Oh, we got taxes. There's some applications. They got a picture of the Eiffel Tower, a palm tree. I think that was the wallpaper. Wow, this screen is really nice for, I guess this was, when was this? I guess it was 2010 because all these dates are the same, and I'm assuming this is probably just when it was shipped. I should put my Game Boy camera photos on this. Wonder if it would work with a DS stylus. Oh, it thinks it's 2010. Oh, yeah, it does work with a DS stylus. Oh, I don't want to put that in there, so I'll have to 3D print and glue something on there most likely. Or at least a stopper. Well, I'm going to see if I can try to load some Game Boy camera photos on here. I was able to get some of my Game Boy camera photos on it from a recent video, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Granted, these are Game Boy camera photos, so they don't really have much resolution. I should probably do a side-by-side with this with the actual good iPhone photo. But I wanted to work on this problem, the fact that the stylus's end is kind of broken off. And if I put that back in there, well, it's just going to go all the way back in there and I won't be able to access it. So I found someone who took a different Sony e-reader and made a stylus for that, but it doesn't exactly fit. I mean, it almost does, but the problem is this is 3.4 millimeters and this is 3.6. So given that the tip here kind of goes all the way through, I'm thinking what I need to do is hollow out the inside of this and then make a version of this that kind of can just slot into that and then put some glue in. But time for step one, Dremel. Let's start with this one, then go from there. That actually worked really well. And then we'll just finish it off with this one. Perfect, that's nice and hollowed out. Now it'll just be a matter of measuring inside there and then trying to make a little thing that can go inside of that. I'm back and I got version 1 of the stylus, and I also have version 2, which is just the end, because this itself won't actually fit in there entirely because it's just a little bit too big, and I printed a little thing that should be able to slide in right there, but it's still a little too long. So let me just trim it, just a tiny bit. Now we should just be able to slide that in there. Ooh, it doesn't feel that stable though. And just to make sure, let me put some glue in there. Just a little dab of glue. There we go, that should be enough. And I'll let that set. While it's drying itself, I can actually show off a little bit of it. Yeah, here's a comparison of some of the photos. So this is the photo that was taken on my iPhone, and here's the one with the Game Boy camera. So the screen is pretty nice, and it can be useful for both Game Boy camera and just like normal photography. I'm actually really surprised just how good normal photos look like this. I mean, this lends itself kind of well to the Game Boy camera because, you know, it's already black and white, but I don't know, I might just pick a couple of these up and have it set to slideshow mode, because yeah, you could just go to options and then, yeah, slideshow on. And then it'll just start going through it whatever time you have set to it. I think I have mine set to like every 5 seconds or so, but it can go up to, yep, every 5 seconds. But yeah, it can go up to like 1 minute. So I might just pick up a couple of these and have them end up being just like digital picture frames for myself. Yeah, I should be able to just slide this back in there like that and boop, lock it in place. I don't want to push it down all the way because I'm afraid the glue isn't completely set yet, but I don't mind having it in just slightly. I mean, it's locked. It's not going to go anywhere, but having at least it like this is a lot more convenient than it just being strapped in there, and I get to keep the stylus around. But I actually like this thing a lot. Let me know what you would use this for if you had one of these in the comments. But that's going to be it for me for now. So long, y'all.